Change here for the Circle and District lines. Exit here for riverboat services from Blackfriars Pier, the South Bank and the Tate Modern. The doors will open automatically at the next station.
Well, tide's still going out and we've got a long while to wait, I should think. And Blackfriars Bridge there, well, railway station and bridge, which in the 80s Mary's uncle found a World War II bomb right next to it, and well, the army come and disposed of it, took it out to Hackney Marshes and blew it up, which I think she's off the Imperial War Museum, as they didn't have that particular type of bomb in their display. Well, it's going down a bit more, but not enough. And today's filming might be a little bit awkward because over there they're playing some very, very loud music. So I'm hoping I don't have to do a voiceover, because I've never done that before, but you never know. Well, there's a chunk uncovered just a bit further down that I'll have a look on there later, but it doesn't seem to be much apart from some rubble up at the top end. Oh, Mary there waiting patiently. And they say it's mudlarkers that are washing away the foreshore. Look at the wave off that. Well, a lot more steps uncovered, and that's the sandy patch over there. Oh, and a lot of rubbish just floating down. Well, it's a bit later and it's going down, and we've got stuff on shore there now. A few bits of pottery, pipe stems. And there's that big patch over there. Another quarter of an hour and I'll be able to get down there. Well, there's still a bit to go. That's just a bit too deep for me wellies to go around. Oh, all that coming on shore now. A little bit the other way as well. A few bits of pipe stem, quite a lot of plates, bits, some bones down there. I had spotted a bit of green down there that looked a bit Tudorish, but I think it's been washed back out again. But we'll get down there in a minute or two. Well, I'm down. And if you need to mudlark on the Thames, or want to mudlark on the Thames, you do need a permit from the Port of London Authority. Well, lots and lots of pipe stems. Unless I see a maker's marker out on them, I'm leaving them up. Or a bit with heel. I don't think that's got a mark on, so I'll leave that behind. Well, we'll check out this lot here first, as it's still getting down there. We see out, shout at us. Little bit of stone there. There's lots of pipe stems. Oh, a tiny little bit of blue, but I'm going to leave up little pieces this time, I think, unless they've got some good printing on. Oh, a bit of some nice embossing on. A bit with some glue on there. Like I said, I'm not picking up little bits like that today. I've just got too many and I can't do any crafting with them as such. I haven't found much in printed stuff yet. Well, I just found that piece. Doesn't look like tin glaze, but quite a latest one. Bit of hand painted blue and white. No, we've got a bowl. No bottom to it. Well, another tiny little bit of blue there. What that is, whether it's a house or something. No. I might take that little piece. Well, that's some willow, and there's always some willow, but there's a big rust stain through that, so that can stop. There's a bit there. Tin glaze tells me that, but yeah, just plain white on the other side. So, and another little bit. Chinese inspired, or maybe even imported porcelain. Yeah, I'll leave it. Well, just a few bits and pieces on there. Lots and lots of white, quite a lot of pipe stems, but nothing much to write home about yet. Well, that looks quite modernish. Yeah. Yeah. Well, another bit of tin glaze, but very worn. Little pot for cup. Can you spot it yet? I have. That does look like another bit of tin glazed. Yep, we'll have that. Well, Mary having a wander around. She usually finds the better bits than me. Luckily, if you don't like them all, lots and lots of bones here. All sorts of bits. Somebody's dinner there. Dinner, tea and breakfast. again some more 2 layers. Now I don't know whether that's Tudor or not, or late medieval. It does look it. Well, a bit of willow edging, and there's always some willow. And some green, but that's too worn to do what with. Well, just a bit of a bowl, and I think that has got marks on, so I'll be taking that. Now it looks like somebody dropped their glasses, but I bent down, I just saw some green there. Oh. That's a nice pretty pattern. Pity there's a rust stain there. No, that's too worn to get a mark off. Another tiny bit of blue, and that does again look like willow. Maybe a bit of maker's mark on back. So,
It's a little bit, but it's not worth it.
a little bit of hand painted just right at the bottom of the steps. But I'll leave that for somebody else. Now I can see that's willow from here. Well, I thought it were a bigger piece. Well, a bit with a pattern on at least. Yeah. Well, a little bit of feather edge, pearl edge. Right up against the wall. That definitely looks like Wester walls, the German pottery. Well, another tiny bit of blue. That looks like willow again, and there's always some willow. Oh, up against the wall again. Another little bit. Got some nice little bits on the flowers on that, I think, and leaves. Oh, that's a nice little piece. I don't know if it's quite modernish or late Edwardian. Well, a bit of pipe stem and a bit of willow edging. There's always some willow. Well, I know it's only a small piece, but I've been after some of that combed slickware for years. Now that's a nice tiny little piece. And another bit. I mean, back home I would be taking all these little bits, but I'm not doing this time. A bit there, and a bit there that are all stopping. Oh, and another bit there. And a tiny bit up there. And there. And there. Now there's a bit there. Some rust staining in it. No, we'll leave that bit as well. Now I bet you don't see that often. Green edges. And another bit of comb slick wear. Well, I can see the back of a bit of tingly, but is it just plain on the other side of the road worn away? It's just plain. Oh. A bit of a pipe bowl there, but you can stop for somebody else. I think that's like on a mallet bottle, or maybe, I don't think it's onion. Could be, but yeah. Well, another tiny bit of German Master Wall there. Well, some big gate or something. Size 10s. I just spotted that bit because I saw a bit of mark on it there. Closer later. Well, I've just stepped over that. Oh, I thought it were slickwear, but it's a bit of mocha. No. Well, definitely look away if you do not like them. That's something with teeth in it. Yeah. Well, something with a bit of colour. Shape and style of it's probably a lake. Well, I spotted that, but I've come now, having that. Yep, that's a good piece. And a bit more tin glazed. Now, that looks like a small piece of Western Wall. Well, I don't mind taking little pieces like that. There's some of the blue under there. Oh. That's a bit hand painted. Just nudge that out of the way because I saw something blue. Ow. Yeah. lot of staining in that. And it looks like it might even be wings from the same wings off Asiatic, but not with that bit there. Now, I think that, with the white on the inside, is part of a sugar mould. Definitely having that big piece. I'll get that big bit before this wave's coming from this boat here. Nearly washed away. The sugar mould bit. There's a bit of blue there as well. Well, that's another bit that nearly got away. Well, there's a beer barrel there. Well, that looks like another beer barrel, a tyre, and one of them electric bikes. Oh, that's a nice bit of blue and white. These are following me everywhere. Right, the few finds from this trip down the Thames. And like I've said before, if you need to mudlark or want to mudlark on the Thames, you have to have a licence from the Port of London authorities, of which I have actually got. And well, let's get this big chunk out of the way. That's another one off my bucket list. Big chunk of sugar cone mould. Late 1600s up to probably early 1800s. Looks like a white slip coating on the inside to stop the sugar sticking. And it was cone shaped with a hole at the bottom that dripped it all out. Or dripped the molasses out, should I say. But, yeah. And various bits. It's probably a lid off something, probably a teapot or something. And a bit of transfer print. And there's various other little bits of transfer print and maybe some hand printed stuff. And a bit of salt glazed. Don't know whether this is off a Bartman bottle or not, or probably just a later stone glazed, salt glazed bottle, not stone glazed, salt glazed jar or container. You see all the turning marks on the inside. And a few bits of pipes. Pull it back. A few bits of pipes there. Badly broken one. No marks that I can make out of such on them. This one has London there and some other marks. There's like a shield on it. I'll put a photo up of a closer, better view. And you can just make out a shield on it, and there looks like a castle in the top left hand quadrant. And a chunk of pipe stem. You can get the bucket full down there in 5 minutes. And 2 bits, quite nice embossing. Playing on the other side. More bits of transfer stuff. I did leave a lot of it down there. I just filmed it and then left it there because there's only so much of it I can take. And various bits of tin glazed. Again, a lot of very worn stuff. Some hand painted stuff. Different types of glaze on the back. But well, it's nice to find all these. And a few bits of Westerwald German pottery. I think early 1800s upwards. Like a greyish colour. Bit more transfer print. And a bit of green, which I keep calling Tudor. A lot of Tudor stuff with green. But looking at Richard Emery's book, a lot of this might actually be border wear. But you can hope. You can hope that it's Tudor. And that's another bucket list find, because I've always wanted to find some of that Staffordshire combed slipware. A few other little bits I found first. That, which I thought was like a Staffordshire mottled, is not. It's a Sunderland one, which is a red clay, as opposed to the biscuit type clay. And again, that's looking through Richard Emery's book, which if you have a chance to get hold of one, I advise you to get one. And I don't know if it's top of an onion bottle or a mallet bottle, but it's old. And it's green when you hold it up to the light, very dark green. And look away if you don't like them. Yeah, I don't know, that's a bit of Rover. Yeah. But with me only having a standard license, I can't do any of my normal crafting. So, like the last London one, I have a few of these floating frames left. So, let's do a non-crafting craft with a couple of these and some finds. Well, it was a sunny day, so I thought I'd do the roundup out here, and I have my assistant there sunning herself, or keeping herself from the sun, should I say. Right, it's goodbye from Mary.
And goodbye from Stephen.